What's up, guys? Megazard here. Today, I thought I'd do something like actually show off how the PU meta is, which I haven't done a lot of because quality PU games definitely aren't easy to come by, and it'd feel weird just like recording me versus Anti or me versus two times the tap a lot. But today, I have three games for you because I want to kind of show off what happened to PU. So, in the tier shift, we lost three very important, noteworthy Pokemon and Auroras. We lost Poliwrath, we lost Ponyard, we lost Torterra. Really shakes up the tier, and then Aurorus is like, bye guys. I miss it. I liked it, but it's just not nearly as important. So what's happened to PU right now is there's a lot of setup sweeper spam, and there's a lot of shell smashing, and there's a lot of water spam. And like the reason is we lost three good smash checks. With Poliwrath smash check, Ponyard smash check, Barbaracle, Torterra checks smash Barbaracle if it's at like full health. So now, offense kind of just has to rely on Kadabra, because it's like, oh, you got to stop setup sweepers, the Magic Guard Sash. So if you can run two setup sweepers or overload Kadabra in like any other way, then all of a sudden the team's really good. And as for water types, they're just like, without Wrath being so omnipresent, they just got way better. And there's a lot of Floatzel, there's a lot of Simipour, there's a lot of Barbaracle and Costa, because they're also good water types. There's Swanna, there's Basculin. Even Bastion's way better. It doesn't have to run Zen Headbutt for Poliwrath. So yeah, that's kind of what PU is looking like right now. Offense, a little unbalanced. Probably going to have a suspect because like Smashers are getting a little ridiculous. And even if they don't get banned, it should at least happen, in my opinion. As a pro PU council member, if you get my feel. So I have a team that looks kind of like that one I spammed in NU. I have the same Linoon plus Barbaracle core. I've got a Memento user in Jumpluff. I've got a ground type with Stealth Rock, even though it's not as swaggy as Diglett. And then two like filler mons, which happen to be Politoed, which is getting some use as like a good water check over Wrath. I'm not a huge fan of it. I kind of just threw it on to test it here, but it performs alright. And then offensive Roselia. Defensive is better in this meta because checking waters is huge, but offensive is also so good. Like, I think Rose definitely got better in the shift. Um, Even though it did lose like the omnipresent Wrath check, it also lost three good checks. And the tier just shifted to where I think it's a lot better. Gets a lot of great things. I'm not even running any spikes. It's just Synthesis, Sleep Powder, Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, which I think is a little underrated. Spikes are obviously amazing, but you don't have to run spikes. And Leaf Storm does cool things like Okoing Piloswine. Anyway, this is my setup sweeper spam. I know Anti was talking a lot about Barbaracle plus Fracture plus Memento user because you overload the Kadabra, and then that's kind of how you win. Because if you run two setup sweepers, all they got is Kadabra. If you can set up both, then you're probably going to win. I'm running Linoon because it did start as another joke Linoon team, just like the NU one, but then I changed around a bit and it actually works decently well, even though opposing Barbaracle plus Memento absolutely destroy me because the team relies on Barbaracle not smashing out anything to win. Politoed is max special attack HP grass. So, anyway, I've got a good game against a good player with a good team, and that's kind of rare. But yeah, White Hair Killer has got a good team and shit, so, I'm gonna lead Politoed, expecting Piloswine. He goes with Machoke. Machoke can take a single hit from both Linoon and, Barbaracle. At least I think it could take it. No, I actually don't think so. That's Girder that takes it from Linoon. Anyway, I'm just going to Scald because that way a Barbaracle couldn't kill it. And I don't want to risk him Ice Punching as I go to a Grass type, so I'm just going to sack my Politoed to the close combat. As I can go to Rose after that, he's going to taunt me as a Leaf Storm, predicting that, get off a ton of damage. All I have to do is hit another Leaf Storm, and then sack Rose, and I have the Switch Initiative. I'm doing really good. Unfortunately, the drawback of Leaf Storm is that I miss twice as he gets good damage rolls, and I don't even get the Switch Initiative. That really sucked. It is an opportunity to belly drum, but I would have preferred Switch Initiative. What he's gonna do is just T-bolt me. No pair is good, and I can just Shadow Claw this and Extreme Speed on the Kadabra. What that means is if I smash with Barb, I now win because I forced him into Kadabra. It's that easy. If he, Max Piloswine was the way to go though. Because Ice Shard as on the Seed Bomb I think killed. I'm not sure if it killed. Anyway, I can just go to Jumpluff to revenge the Kadabra. You turn out into Barbaracle, and what that did was lure him into Piloswine on the Barbaracle, so I could go to my own Piloswine, which either forces him to let me get up rocks and weaken him, or forces him into Stoutland. So what I'm going to do with that is go to my Barbarical, double in the jump pluff on the superpower. I know I got a little behind, but it's whatever. And at this point, Memento simply wins. Like, I can Memento anything, and it's not a problem. I can set up on Machoke, because Barbarical is ridiculous. Memento's stupid. As it seems like my sound is glitching, I keep getting the Machoke cry over and over. But yeah, that's actually the game. Like, all I had to do, I led my Politoed, and I did some damage. I went to Rose and I did some more damage. I belly drummed. I forced him to get his Kadabra Sash broken. I Mementoed, and I won the game. And that's actually all you have to do. Had he been Aqua Jet 3 attack special Floatzel, like special Floatzel with Aqua Jet thrown on, that would have in fact won the game. Definitely cool set that I came up with. I at least think it's a cool set. What the fuck is with my sound? I don't know what that is. Let me just go to the next one. I don't know what was coming there. I got one against Yo-Yo Yonig. I don't really know who he is. Just like a random game I got that, again, just shows off the power of dual setup sweepers against teams that use Kadabra. And even if they don't have Kadabra, just like shows off the power of this shit. It's kind of disgusting. He does have a Perugly with Fake Out, which can stop Linoon from totally sweeping him, but like that's about it. Barbarical doesn't have that problem. It does, however, have problems with Sucker Punch, Mightyena, and Scarf Rotom, which outspeeds, because I'm adamant I'm not Jolly. But Jolly's good, because it beats a lot of the Scarfers that beat Adamant. It beats Scarf Rotom and Scarf, what do you call it, Mr. Mime. Anyway, I'm just going to lead with my Piloswine to try to get up rocks and maybe weaken that Rotom a bit, as he's actually going to reveal Fake Out and Taunt. Like, once I saw Fake Out, I'm like, he can't have Taunt. You just don't have the move slots for it. Nope, he does. He has Fake Out, Taunt, U-Turn, and then I'm assuming Body Slam. So no Knockoff, no Sucker Punch, no, like, Wake Up Slap. I don't even know. But I'm just going to Earthquake, weaken his Piloswine so that Linoon can KO it. And at this point, I'm going to get up Stealth Rock. He goes to Rotom. I'm just going to Toxic. I'm running that just to, like, annoy Rotom. Because otherwise, Rotom's a free switch into Piloswine. Piloswine can't touch it. Like, the best you can do is Icicle Spear. As he tricks away his Scarf, which is amazing for me, because now it can't outspeed Barbarical. So I'm going to go to Roselia, expecting, like, not Blizzard. Why would he Blizzard there? And at this point, I can go straight back to Piloswine, because I don't really have anything to fear. If he KOs me, that's fine. I'm a Scarf Piloswine, I need it. But what he's going to let me do is get off the Ice Shard, and all of a sudden, no more Kadabra Sash. How do you think this game is going to end? It gets a little tricky. So, I mean, it's not just over. I'm going to go to Politoed. I did that because I wanted to double on the switch to Rose, and I'm like, oh fuck, he does have U-turn. I forgot. So I'm just gonna Ice Beam. What is with this music, like, spamming the cries all of a sudden? I'm gonna get a Freeze. It doesn't matter. He has Natural Cure, and he unthaws this turn. As he's gonna go for a Sludge Bomb. I am fast Rose. I'm fast offensive. You don't really need speed on it anymore, because Golem isn't too relevant. But I just happen to have speed, because I forgot to change it. As he's just barely going to hold on, but he's Spadef, and I kind of just win this 1v1, and I do have enough HP to switch back into Stealth Rock and absorb that Toxic Spike. So what I'm going to do on the Kadabra is just sack my Politoed. Doesn't really help me here, and I want Rose to absorb the Toxic Spikes for my sweepers, and what I can do is go to Jump Left, free U-turn. If he switches, then I have the switch initiative, and if he doesn't, I can just go straight to Rose as Death Fodder and absorb his Toxic Spike. As he's going to go to Mightyena. It's fine with me getting him getting the boost from Moxie, and I want to explain Assurance. Because honestly, Assurance seems retarded as fuck, and I'm not going to, like, say, oh yeah, no, that's a good thing, because it's really not. Like, Iron Tail is pretty important. But actually, if you switch into Stealth Rock, Assurance doubles in power, and it's like a base 120 power Dark-type move. So if you can predict the switch on the Sucker Punch, it actually lands surprise KOs. I guess it's a cool thing. I didn't even know that until I was like, why the fuck do you have insurance? He tells me that? I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I guess. Seems legit. Anyway, I can go to Jump Fluff, Memento on his Sucker Punch, and turn a +1 Moxie Mightyena. One of the scariest things in the tier now that Poliwrath and Pondard left, and turn it into total setup fodder for Smash Barbarical, which is like, holy fuck, this is broken. This just broke. It's disgusting. Poison Jab is now good coverage. You don't have to run Aerial Ace. That was only so you could touch Poliwrath. Well, guess what? There's no more Poliwrath. Now Poison Jab can OHKO offensive Tangle after rocks. Like, what the fuck? That's ridiculous. I'd like lots more expletives. I'm just gonna like Poison Jab the Mightyena, Razor Shell the Perugly in case he tries to like go into Piloswine and then come back for the fake out. I clicked Poison Jab just to make sure, like, had I missed Razor Shell as he killed me, I would have died. I would have lost, because I don't know that Extreme Speed KOs from there. Okay, I still don't know what's up that sound. So I'm just going to Poison Jab just to ensure the Extreme Speed KO. As, because of that whole sound thing, I have to close the window, and that means that my dimensions are a little off right now, but I'm just going to leave it because I don't feel like fixing it because there's some sound glitch. Third game, against Optical Color with the Crimzig team. This team is not great. It's Trick Room, so it's cool anti-meta, but it does have a lot of issues, but it does also show off the things that I'm trying to show off in the meta. So I'm not saying that this is, like, a good team like the first one or anything, although it's not, like, the worst. As far as Trick Room goes, I'd probably be wanting to run something like this if I wanted to run Trick Room, but yeah. And Optical is certainly not a bad player. So he's going to lead with Carbink. I just lead with Roselia, as he has Magic Coat on the Trick Room lead. I'm just going to predict him. I'm going to go for another one, just to see if he's going to spam it, and then I'm just going to go for another one, expecting him to predict me to do something, and I just win the mind games, and like, fuck your Magic Coat. And then Offensive Roselia puts in work, because Sludge Bomb Leaf Storm just 2 KOs this. I think he's Spadef, so like, it would have been able to take some hits and maybe wake up if I wasn't offensive. But he's going to go to Machoke, because I can just sleep him. I switch out into my Jumpluff, as he actually wakes up first turn and reveals Sleep Talk, which is like, oh, okay. Okay, he was Rest Talk. Goes to Dusk, as, oh my god, what's with that sound glitch? I can go to Rose to stop him from setting up Trick Room with Sleep. Unfortunately, he does predict that and goes to Machoke. I wanted to Leaf Storm on that, but, okay, we got some sort of sound glitch. Sure. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. He does go to Dusk. What that means is he's going to get off a Trick Room. I can't stop that. I just want damage, so he won't be able to get at more Trick Room. So I'm going to Leaf Storm twice. Unfortunately, he lives because Duskmore is really bulky and like, it's annoying. I'm just going to go to my Politoed. It's kind of a cool mon, even if you just have to sack it. And he feels sorry for me, so he's actually going to click Wisp, as I have Scald anyway, so I unthaw and kill him. He wouldn't have done any damage to me. I don't think that mattered in the long run, but what he's going to do is go to Ursaring, try to Sword Stance up. Unfortunately for him, Trick Room is going to run out right as I can Encore him. So that really wasn't, like, the best play. And you'll see where the game gets a little tricky, because I'm going to switch into Piloswine as he goes to his Gourgeist. Gourgeist is a threat. If I can't set up, I don't have a great way to beat it, so I'm just going to Toxic it so that I can outstall it with Roselia a lot easier. I get burned. That's honestly fine. I don't really need Piloswine for anything, as he's just going to get up his Trick Room. I definitely think that was worth it there. So, I click Ice Shard just because, like, okay, damage. As he goes through Duosion, at this point I realize, wait, what do I have for Calm Mind Duosion? So I'm going to go to Politoed. And then realize, wait, he's faster. I can't Encore. I already revealed Encore. I'm just going to sack my Piloswine to the Psychic. And at this point, well, what do? I go to my Roselia. Try to click Sleep and forget I slept his Machoke. Okay, not the most high quality game. It's whatever. I'm just going to go to Politoed because I know he's going to Psychic and I know I can take one. Based on the damage, he is defensive, he's not offensive, he's standard max HP, max defense. Even Acid Armor is valuable, by the way. So, I'm just going to turn it into setup fodder. Like, what the fuck? It just so... What are these cries? Alright, we have a Pokemon Stampede on our hands. But fortunately, Linoone is just going to be broken. I love this nickname for it. This is ridiculous. I can't even commentate this with a straight face. Guys, I'm sorry about this little Stampede. But basically what it's going to show off is that Memento and Setup Sweepers is totally broken. I hope I kind of showed that. I hope you guys enjoyed a few games where I just swept more people with Linoone. Because, like, fucking Linoone. It's a god. I'm going to do it in RU next. I probably won't do it in RU. Shut up!